Good morning and happy Thursday from the Fox 11 newsroom here in Los Angeles. It's me, Maria. If this is your first time tuning into our Hangout on Air, we have a Hangout here every day starting around 8:30 a.m., 8:30-ish Pacific Standard Time, where we hang out with some of your favorite celebrities. It's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what we do here in our newsroom in Los Angeles. This is our newsroom. There's not too many people back here right now because the show's on. If you want to, you can tune it in. There's the show that's broadcast right now. It's Good Day LA, and you can certainly stream it on myfoxla.com. Mish, are you looking for me? This is one of our producers, Michelle, who's got some information for a demo.
Hello, everybody.
There she is. What is
Hello.
I was
Good
looking
morning,
for
Michelle.
How you doing?
Good.
Everyone, this is so real.
This is our supermodel. She has no makeup on, zero, and look at her.
Well, there you go. That's what I mean. I think all women should do that.
Right?
Why are you single?
Yes. Trev is
Sorry?
single, ready to mingle.
Trev.
So is Nick.
Trev, my boy.
So is Hector.
Yeah, come in.
I love that you know this, by the way. Why
Yeah,
do
I
you
do.
know this?
I've been hanging out with these guys, some of these guys, for almost 3 years. Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a long time, yeah.
I'm really
Maria
quick.
and I, 7 months.
They're like family. Okay, what?
The segment that you're doing with the florals.
Uh-huh.
This is the most important thing that he's here to promote. Is this
This thing. So I should really.
like bouquets, bouquets.
Books Company, so I should
Books
really pay
Company.
attention.
Mhm.
Okay.
Pay attention. It's great. It's everything that we discussed. Blah
Okay.
blah blah. And
right.
and that's it.
And that's it. Okay, I will read that.
Maria's
for
gonna be
sure.
making Mother's Day flowers, so you might want to live stream and check that out.
That's
Bye.
our demo.
Bye, Trev.
Bye, me.
Thank you, Michelle.
She's singled you out, Trev. So if you're just tuning in, by the way, yes, we hang out with some of your favorite celebrities every day. Today, we're hanging out with the boys from RIXTON. If you are a fan, RIXTON, of course, Jake, Danny, Charlie, and Louie. I hope I'm saying
Of course.
Louie correctly. But anyway, they were born in Manchester. I think they're from Manchester.
Why Manchester?
They're here on a worldwide tour, part of their worldwide tour, or US-wide tour anyway, and they're going to be performing on the set, and I'll try to get my camera up on the set so that you can see from there as well. So if you're just tuning in, yeah, RIXTON is here. We also are going to try to hang out with one actor that may be familiar to you. He is from Peter Pan. He's from the movie Patriot. He was in Brotherhood, and now he's in the miniseries called Rosemary's Baby. Yeah, I don't think it's a movie, it's a miniseries. So it's Jason Isaacs, who's also from England, I think. What is going on? We're getting invaded.
Jason
I believe he's from
Isaacs?
London.
I know Jason Isaacs. Well, I don't know him, but yeah, I know who he is.
I know who he is.
Harry
He's
Potter. He's from Harry Potter. Yeah. Lucius.
the Patriot, too. He's the Patriot. He was the
What,
creepy
Charles?
guy in the Patriot.
I say you're guaranteed to recognise him. He's a very. In fact, he's been in the Hangout before.
We've hung out with Jason before.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
What did we hang out with him for, I wonder?
I don't know, but we did talk about the Patriot.
We did.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in the Patriot.
Yeah, he
Or
is.
the good guy. The good guy from my point of view, obviously. Yeah.
He always plays bad guys, or at least, you know.
Because he's English.
Oh, did we talk about being dodgy? No, that's not him.
He was like the leader of the Redcoats in the
Everybody.
Patriot, wasn't he? He was like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Well, anywho, these are our friends. We have up to 9 other people in the Hangout, you guys. If you want to join the Hangout, send me a comment or a question. Send me a request or a comment, Maria Quiban, or at Fox 11, and we will try to get you into the Hangout. Okay? If you have some questions for RIXTON, put it in the comments box below, and I will get that to them. Okie dokes. Meanwhile,
Maria?
yeah.
Sorry for interrupting your introduction. But they're English. They're from my Manchester.
Manchester?
Because I know you've got a Manchester as well, haven't you?
They're from Manchester, England.
In England? Are they? I've never heard of them.
Well, you know, they're really young, around young. And,
Still, I mean, I've heard of One Direction and what the other ones?
oh, you have heard of 1D, okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of other ones as well, but yeah.
And you know who's the guy who is the front man, I guess, for the band? His name is Jake Roche, or Jake Roche. Does that sound familiar to you? He's an actor there in England.
Let me have a look. Is it Roche? R-O-C-H-E?
Yeah,
Roche.
Roche. Is it Roche? Jake Roche.
That's how I pronounce it, but I might be wrong. I guess he'll correct one of us, won't he?
Do we dare tweet this out to get ladies in here?
What?
As long as you
Can
share.
can we tweet this out?
Yeah.
It's in Emmerdale. It's probably okay. Well, I don't. Emmerdale is a soap, and I
It's a
despise
what?
the soaps. A soap opera.
Oh, soap. Yeah, soap.
Yeah.
It's a soap.
Yeah. So yeah, but
Martha.
Emmerdale is set in Leeds, which is the city next door to mine.
Oh,
And
okay.
he was in Emmerdale apparently. I don't watch Emmerdale, so I don't know. But
Well, yeah, they must be good-looking lads. I actually saw them briefly as they were coming in the hallway, and I waved from afar, and they seemed friendly. They had their guitars and things, their instruments.
of course they're friendly. They're northern.
They're Northerners.
Northern people are friendly, Maria. That's how it goes.
Why is that?
I don't know.
As opposed to Southerners. I just think
Yeah.
of Northerners, the Starks, you know.
Oh right, right. Yeah,
Northerners.
the proper Northerners. Well, Sean Bean is a Yorkshireman as well, so he plays Eddard, doesn't he?
He was here that day, right? That I was not here. I think Tony interviewed him.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean Bean.
But mind you, you weren't into Game of Thrones then, were you? So you probably wouldn't have
No, it was not. So
Yeah.
I would have a totally different reaction now.
been. Yeah. Right.
And even Marjorie was here that one day. Do you remember when she was in our hangout? And I didn't have.
Oh, is that who it was? Right.
that?
I don't know who she plays. But Marjorie Terrell.
Yeah, that's her name. I mean, the name in Game of Thrones, she plays Marjorie. But she was in the hangout with us, and I believe you were in it too. No?
I don't think I were on that one, no. But I hadn't even started reading the books by then, so.
Oh, okay. This was last year.
And the same with Sean Bean. I hadn't started reading the books then, and it was about a year ago when I started reading. So,
I'm still on book 1. I have yet to make my way through the.
What do you think?
I
Since
love
you've seen the series and reading the book, I've only read the book. You can compare. So what do you think?
It's exactly like the movie and better, because it's always better in the book. You know, you always have more descriptive. Yeah, but the TV show follows it pretty precisely, actually.
Yeah.
I'm impressed about. Yeah, it's all good.
Well, I'm here now. You're talking about it the other day has made me. I've been putting it off and putting it off because I don't want to finish, and I'm only about 100 pages in.
Which
But
number are you on? 3 or 4? What's that? 4?
It's the fifth.
Oh, it's.
It's the fifth book. But it's actually the sixth physical book, but I think part 3 comes in 2 parts. So I've read 5 books, but I'm only 4 in. Where this would be either 5 or 6.
I don't like that they did that because I ordered the pack.
Oh, that's what I've got. The same as this then. Yours look like that.
No, sorry. I downloaded the pack.
Ah.
So I guess
Legally, of course, kids.
I could look at it. Yeah, I could look at it. Are you guys ready? They're probably going to take our shot here in just a sec. YouTubers, if you are new to us, this is where the broadcast will take our shot here, and they'll broadcast it to all of Southern California, really. And all my friends here that hang out with me all the time, if they were to walk around here in LA, they may get recognized, as Nick has gotten recognized. Because we're the second largest market in the country here in LA. Okay, all right. Did you hear Francis? She said stand by.
Yes.
And if Tony wants to come by, he always can. But
Hey
there we
guys.
go.
Tony. Good morning, Tony.
Wait.
So, here we go. Hold on.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Jesus, for just a
Okay.
second. Here it is. Oh, so I'm trying to look up my Game of Thrones books. Tony, we're hanging out. We're getting ready for RIXTON. We've got our friends from all over the world here hanging out with us.
Including Great Britain.
Yes, all of the UK folks. YouTube.com/myfoxla. YouTube.com/myfoxla. Darn it, my Chiron didn't come up. I'm so mad. Now it comes up.
At the very last.
It was there, wasn't it?
No.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
No,
Don't worry about it.
it was hidden by the thing. So here's my.
Maria, to be fair. Oh, okay.
What?
I'm going to say, I think everybody knows who you are, so it's fine.
Ah, Trev, of course.
It's-
And everyone knows who you are, Maria.
But it has the link on how to watch
Yeah, I
this
know,
on
I'm
video,
just-
so.
just being a sausage.
Thank you.
Yesterday's actually got a bunch of views.
Where's Ayub? So here's my, okay, so Trev, I do have the same as you. I've got four. I've got the 4-pack. Where is it? See, I've got the 4-pack, plus I have the last one.
Okay, so it's, what's the 4-pack? What does it end with?
Hold on, let me see. You see it?
Yep, it's right next to the
Yeah, okay, so your Dance with Dragons.
Dance and Dragons.
Yeah, your Dance with Dragons is just one book. Yeah, whereas mine's 2. You see mine's
Yeah, see, it's confusing,
mine's
right?
just part 1 there, and I've got another one upstairs that says
So
part 2. But look how thick it is.
Combined, yeah.
That's how thick it is, and the other one is as thick, so the book would be too stupidly
See?
sized. So they chop it in half.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Man. Okay, I have to go do a quick demo, which I didn't read what I was supposed to read.
Oh no, sorry, Maria.
Come join us, Tony.
Hector, are you gonna watch her on the air trying to read as she's doing the presentation?
If there was a prompter right by the hangout, maybe.
Hey guys.
Here's Tony.
I am. Did she mute everybody?
No, we
No.
can hear you.
You can hear me. I'm working on a blog. I'm done. I'm just proofreading it. I'd be very curious to know what you guys think. There is, in fact, let me grab my cheat sheet.
It all depends on how well you wrote your blog, Tony.
And he does a marvelous job. Tony does a marvelous job posting blogs on Google Plus and Twitter.
So, a vote of confidence from Hector and a healthy dose of skepticism as usual from Nick.
You're welcome.
What's the blog about?
There is a city here in Southern California which I'm sure John is certainly, and Hector, they're both familiar with where this place is. The city is Carson, California. It's a suburb of Los Angeles, about 93,000 residents. And what the city council is poised to do, it is poised to address the problem of bullying by criminalizing it.
Pretty slow.
Yes, and this is,
I saw that earlier, Tony. I saw that.
yeah,
And big deal, no big deal.
yeah.
I saw that with Maria Sanson. Steve was there. Yeah.
Now let me tell you specifically what the city wants to do. First of all, it would apply to both verbal and physical harassment, even cyberbullying, of anyone from kindergarten age to the age of 25. That's what the ordinance would cover, and punishment could range. It would make bullying an infraction or a misdemeanor, which means the punishment could range anywhere from incarceration to count. Yeah, 6 months. A misdemeanor can bring with it as much as 6 months behind bars. So incarceration to a requirement of counseling and therapy. And it would, this is another kind of interesting part of it, it would require the parents of a suspected underage bully to also go to court with their kids and hold the parents partially responsible for their kids' behavior.
And for their actions.
No, you know when people say things like that, so your parents bring you up.
I think move out of Carson.
Agreed.
Your parents don't bring you up as much as I think like society and your friends bring you up almost as much as your parents, if not more than your parents. Your parents are there to sort of instill the fear on you and tell you what's going on.
Core values, maybe.
Sorry?
To instill core values.
Yeah, and that's the thing through the fear of punishment and that kind of thing as well. But I think you're driven by your friends, and it's as well. I don't think it's fair to blame. To some degree, it is fair to blame.
You're addressing the issue of peer pressure.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. And when you're a kid, you succumb to that a hell of a lot easier. And I think it's right that they've done that. That I think they've got right. They're 25, because I don't believe you're an adult mentally until you hit about 25. It's about that sort of age, isn't it? That before that.
So the ordinance would actually cover people from kindergarten to 25.
Yeah. So I think the age thing is right, but whether or not they should be sending kids to prison. Well, I know they wouldn't send kids to prison, but.
So are we
it would be more jail than prison. It would be. I mean, when you're talking about incarceration up to 6 months period of time, you're generally talking about jail. Not that it matters. I mean, you're still behind bars. You're still being deprived of your freedom.
But I was bullied once in 6th grade, Tony.
I'm sorry?
I was bullied once in 6th grade, and since that kid who bullied me and his parents didn't care what happened, I decided to retaliate against that bully.
And what'd you do?
Gave him a super kick right in the chin.
Okay. Well.
Why age 25 though? Like, when did we start making legislation because of what we think or what we believe? The law says you're a minor until you're 18. So where does 25 come from? And secondly, why do we think we can legislate our problems away? Like, if we're a nation that wants to be built on education, then do that. Instead of trying to talk to these people, is it more difficult? Is it easier to just put a bunch of red tape laws and say, don't do this or this or this? Why don't we try educating? You can't legislate your way out of everything. I think it's a horrible idea. I'm done.
Any other? What do you really think, Nate?
Yeah.
Bravo for Nate.
I'll be here all week.
Are you unmuted, Nick? I want to hear you. I want to hear you weigh in on this. Nick, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's muted.
I can hear you. Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't have.
First of all, let me ask: have all of you in the hangout? Because I was bullied a lot. Anyone else in the hangout been a victim of bullying? Like,
I was bullied, but
you were bullied. Okay, Trev, were you bullied?
Slightly.
I was.
You were, Nate?
No, I was. Jesus.
Jesus, you were bullied. Okay.
Yes.
John, were you bullied?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I was bullied.
Yeah, Nate, were you bullied?
You know, like Hector, only one instance I was ever bullied. A kid tried to steal my backpack, and and I kind of super kicked him. I missed, but it solved the problem. So that was the only instance I'd ever had a problem with that.
Yeah, and Hector, you said, here's the thing, and I was bullied a lot. I mean, I grew up. Part of it, I think it was because of the neighborhood that I grew up in. And where I think the weak, and I was at that time very weak, were often preyed upon. I was bullied in elementary, middle school, high school. I was also bullied in the neighborhood in general. And I think I grew up at a time when bullying was not considered to be anything serious. It was just all part of life.
Today, huh?
It made you a man. All those kinds of attitudes. It's just get over it. Man up.
It was being seen as a rite of passage, right, Tony?
Yeah. All of that. Now, so you would think that I would be a big opponent to bullying, and I am. I just think it's a form of cowardice as much as anything else. By trying to prey on people that you perceive to be weaker than you are in one way or another. But I also know that probably, and that's why I asked each one of you whether you had ever been bullied, because I also think now that I look back on it at my age now, in retrospect, that probably most kids have experienced some form of bullying at one point or another.
In some way, but
in some way,
I think it's the thing is it.
By the way, did I mention this ordinance would cover cyberbullying as well?
But cyberbullying can be worse, if not. I wouldn't say at least as bad. At least as bad.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, worse.
People committed suicide because they were cyberbullied.
Yeah.
I mean, people committed suicide because of regular old bullying before the internet came into play.
I remember.
Now it's relentless. You cannot hide from the people who don't like you because they find your internet accounts and everything like that.
Yeah, it can be pretty. Relentless is a good word. Yeah, and relentless. breeds desperation, does it not?
But how much morality can you legislate before you become a totalitarian? I mean, it's just.
And that's my problem with this. Nate, so it didn't sound like, Nate, that I was going to agree with you, did it? but actually, based on my own personal experiences as a kid, but actually, I have to tell you, flowers, Maria.
Happy spring.
I have to tell you.
Hey.
He hated my arrangement.
Oh well, I love your arrangement.
Thank you.
How about a photo, Maria, with you and Tony and the flowers? A photo. Oh, no, I thought you were going to do it. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. 1, 2, 3.
Yay.
Okay, here's my problem with this.
What's your problem?
And Nate, I'm not sure how often you agree with the ACLU, but the ACLU of Southern California is already hinting that it may challenge this in court. They think that this law is way too vague. That's their problem with the law. And even interestingly enough, the head of a national organization that has made it its objective to eliminate bullying says that he believes this law goes too far. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So this is the head of an organization who actually wants to stamp out bullying. Because, for instance, could someone under this law be arrested, charged, and jailed? And this is the question I pose in my blog, one of the questions. Could this law actually precipitate someone being charged, arrested, charged, and jailed for calling someone an offensive name?
For tormenting someone else. Anyone who torments someone else is going to get, you're not going to eliminate bullying.
Well, that makes me really happy to hear you say that about the head of the bullying whatever in the ACLU, because I wouldn't have thought that, but it's really nice that I think, hopefully cooler heads will prevail. But I have a question for you, and I guess anyone else, since most of us said at one point or another we were bullied. How do you feel about, instead of just coming down on the people doing the offenses, what about the other side of the coin? Like, it seems like there's almost little to no effort, which maybe there shouldn't be, but to be realistic, there's little to no effort on the people who are bullied to give them tools or education on how to maybe take steps to not, I don't know, not be bullied so easy, or if you are, distinguish between.
Crack under pressure.
Like, I know California has some kind of thing, it's like a number or color scale where it's like, if you give you a dirty look, don't call that bullying, deal with it. If they do something that actually, do you know what I mean, Tony?
Yeah, I agree with you, Nate. I agree with you.
I think we should focus on the other side of the coin.
Yeah, I think they should too. I mean, teach the kids to have a will to live, to where you don't have 7-year-olds hanging themselves in the nurse's office at school with their belts. I mean, that's just pathetic. Things like that happen. Teach the kids to want to live, and they won't succumb to bullying so easily.
Bullying has changed from what bullying we experienced. Even you guys have experienced.
Well, and we talked about that. This law covers cyberbullying as well.
You were never bullied before, Maria, as a kid?
Of course I was bullied. Of course I was. It's different today, though. The kind of bullying that I get today as an adult can be very mean, and I can take it to heart. It is personally hurtful. Some of the
we get it all the time. The business that we're in, we're bullied. I mean, wouldn't you think that the comments that we endure on Twitter, Facebook, on a daily basis, a lot of people would call that bullying. But
it is bullying.
But at the same time, we're in a profession where you know what?
We expect it.
We expect it, and not only do we expect it, but I think the law would actually say, except in cases where it gets to be really threatening.
Yeah.
I think the law would say, hey, you chose this profession, and that kind of comes with the territory, which it does.
It doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't make it okay. I mean, but as a public figure, you know what I mean? As a public figure, you are, the law is probably going to allow for you to be harassed to a certain degree, much more than John Q. Public.
Is this the proposal in
Carson.
Carson?
Mhm.
Yeah. Is this the same proposal that was proposing that if you're a parent of a bully?
Yeah. This is all
that
part of
you-
that. Yeah,
I
I brought that up too.
Yeah, I don't
See,
know.
instead of pulling the bully one way and the victim another, and making the bully have therapy and all of this kind of stuff, where are the people that are employed to intervene, like get between the bully and the victim and resolve that issue?
Because bullies
Or
are.
are they still not allowed to do that anymore?
It's not a matter. If people are going to bully someone, they're not going to just dive in and just do it in front of all the authority, are they? They're going to do it when it's like if the poor kid's walking in a secluded area of school or something like that, or down a snicket on the way home, an alleyway down on the way home. That's when they're going to strike them, where the authoritative people aren't there. It's not as easy as easy to police.
But it sounds like what you're talking about is criminal. So whenever you say strike, do you mean the bully's going to wait till they're secluded and alone and get them in a very vulnerable position and then call them a bad name?
Yeah,
because
I don't
the way
mean
you presented that, they're physically attacking them, which there's already laws for. It's illegal to assault people, so we already have laws for that. So.
But I was thinking back in high school, I had an intervention specialist who would get between people who had problems. Because you get into a group of people, two people have problems with each other, but that person kind of slacked on the job. But where are the people that are employed to intervene between?
I think too that we need to encourage our kids to tell someone. I think we still live in a culture where if you tell someone
You're a
that
snitch.
you're a snitch and you're a rat, and
or you're just afraid.
Or you're afraid. So we need to just let kids know, let people know that, hey, you say something.
I mean,
you know?
I almost never. I remember as much as I was bullied, I can't really remember. I mean, I would just try to find ways to avoid whoever it was that was bullying me.
I did that.
I don't think
I
don't think I went to school authorities and complained, I didn't go to my parents and complain. Not that I thought they would do anything anyway. I mean, I sort of tried to take care of it and deal with it myself. And the way I did that was through avoidance, because trying to reason with bullies is just ridiculous. I mean, that's.
But the thing with that is, and I remember doing this because there were a couple of girls who were bullies at my school, and I remember this, like I would be catching the bus, and there they were. And I would avoid the bus sometimes. Like I would literally not catch the school bus, and I would walk, and I'd be late to school because I didn't want to have to deal with these.
Oh, I did that kind of stuff all the time. Oh yeah.
It's weird, I know, but we shouldn't have to do that. I feel so sad that we'd have to do that. You know. By the way, these girls who were bullies, I saw them at the high school reunion, and they were like as sweet as can be.
Well, because they change,
So
and often people do change. I mean, but
Weird.
because kids are cruel. Let's
Yeah.
face it. A lot, by and large, not all of them, but a lot of them are.
Mm-hmm.
Kids say things. Even kids who are not inherently bad say things that are bad. No matter how well they're brought up, no matter who their parents are. Listen, let me tell you, some of the when I used to go to church all the time, some of the ministers' kids were the worst. So
Wow.
it's not necessarily who your parents are, and it's not necessarily. A lot of it just has to do with sometimes a crowd mentality, peer mentality. If somehow or another you have this crowd of people who have decided that this person,
the herd mentality.
Right? Who just gang mentality, who just they decide that somehow or another this is a person that needs to be picked on. Even kids who just want to be part of that crowd, who aren't necessarily inherently bad kids, can be pressured into going along with that. Yeah. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, what is the answer? I don't know. I don't think that this is necessarily.
No.
I just don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I think this covers such a huge myriad of things, though. There's not one answer. I certainly believe red tape and legislation is probably the least effective answer. I think you need to educate the boys. You need to educate the bullied. And I think a lot of times what you just said, like people will put up with undue crap and bullying to be able to hang in the same proximity as the people doing the bully because they want to be part of the in crowd. I think
because they're the cool people. Yeah.
yeah, and I think
Here's one way of it, and I remember I did a little blog on this a while back on Are You a Bully? It's like we all have to, before we are bullied, we need to look at each within ourselves and figure out if we are a bully, if you are one. You know what I'm saying? Like, take a little bully. Remember I made you take that little bully questionnaire?
Yeah.
To see if you were a bully?
Yeah, I wasn't.
You were not at all.
No, I'm not.
You know who took it was Roxy, and she was kind of like teeter-tottering on the bully end. But not
and part of that, I think the reason I wasn't, because I think it can go either way.
You're very
because I'm so sensitive.
You're very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
I'm
very sensitive, and a lot of that is because I was bullied so much. But that's how I, it had the effect on me of not ever wanting to put anyone else through what I went through.
I think there should be an exercise in every school, and I think every parent should take some sort of questionnaire or exercise and examine themselves.
But then you have parents who are in denial. Do you guys know those kinds of parents?
I did. Like I mentioned, Tony, besides being bullied at 6th grade, and I also was bullied in 8th grade, that kid who bullied me, his parents didn't do nothing about it, because I did mention that to the principal. If he or she does not take action to talk to that bully, I will.
I'll be right back. I'm going to join the hangout from in here.
Okay. You have, and what do you, like you said, Nate, there's so many different levels and so many, there's so many different, what do you do about parents who are like, oh, not my kid. My kid would never do that.
Yeah, and these are good questions, but and I think the first step is realizing there's no one good answer. There's lots of little answers that it really requires responsibility of a lot of people. It requires, I think, parental responsibility, self-responsibility, responsibility in the school district and government. So if everyone does their part and stops passing the buck to other people, like school, deal with what schools are supposed to deal with. Don't take up the parents' responsibility.
Now, let me ask you this. We all have admitted at one point or another to having been bullied, right? Now, let me ask you something that's a little bit maybe harder to admit. How many of you, and I'll answer this question myself, at some point or another, perhaps during your childhood, if not in adulthood, do you know that behavior that you engaged in, probably when you look back on it, you could say, yeah, that was bullying behavior.
But to be fair, I did. I can say I did. I wasn't.
I can say I did too, and I'm so ashamed of some of the stuff that I looked back on and realized as a kid that I did.
Yeah, I wasn't a bully, but this is the point that we said before. I mean, kids just are quite vicious anyway. I think if someone says they didn't, they're probably lying or deluding themselves. But I think everyone who was a kid at some point in their life, which is everyone, probably did something that was questionable in that way.
In the spirit of true confessions, let me point out one time I can very vividly remember this so well, and I'm so ashamed, and I got exactly what I deserved. Let me just say this right at the outset. I got exactly what I deserved, and I can say this. I was in I'm gonna say 8th grade. It was 7th or 8th. I believe it was 8th grade, and I remember this guy. His name was Ray. I can't remember Ray's last name right now. If I thought about it long enough, I could, but it doesn't matter. And Ray had a really nicest, most quiet guy. He didn't really say much of anything to anyone, and a lot of times those are the kids who get bullied, right? The ones who never, they don't speak a word, right? They don't speak a peep. Very smart kid, but he just never said much of anything. He had a really bad acne problem. Really bad acne problem. And I remember so well that I was sitting in one class. I can even visualize what that classroom looked like and where I was sitting in that classroom at the time. And I just kept saying really nasty stuff to him about his acne. You know what I mean? It was all over his face, and I kept calling him acne pimple face, and just really horrible things. I mean, I look back on it now and thinking, could I have been that person? But I did it, and I remember doing it, and out of nowhere, he just stood up and smacked me. He hit me so hard, I literally saw stars.
And as the bully, did that solve the problem? Did you think, I shouldn't do that again?
I was stunned.
Of course, there are some people, Tony. There are some people who get bullied and they decide to retaliate, just like Nate and I did when we were teenagers.
The boy snapped. Do you hear me? Ray Parker, that was his name. The boy snapped. Do you hear me? He slapped me so hard I literally saw stars there for a few seconds. And you know what? I deserved that. I can sit here now and say, I mean, it wasn't that that was the right thing necessarily for him to do, but I feel I would not promote that kind of behavior, and I would not say to another child that's the way you should solve that particular. But I will say that I deserve that.
Tony, can I say I had something similar like that happen to me? I got bullied into like bullying this other kid. Same thing, you know. I ran, I picked and picked and picked, and when I turned around for 1 second, when I turned back around, I just see the fist coming to my face, and I'm like, oh crap, that guy for like a week. So yeah, I say I got what I deserve too.
And what'd you think after that happened to you?
I got sent to like an all-day detention for like 2 days. There, I talked to the kid, and I was like, dude, I was so completely wrong about you. You know, you're so cool. You know this. He's like, yo.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah, we became friends, and I know, but I do feel bad. I was just like, what did I do?
I actually became friends with this guy too. I mean, it's not like we weren't friends. It wasn't even like we weren't friends. It wasn't even like we were.
You just weren't social enough to be considered friends.
Yeah, it was something I did, and I look back on it and I go, boy, you were a few words that I won't utter here. You know, but that's.
Yeah.
Let bygones be bygones.
But
yes.
But we ended up becoming very good friends because he smacked some sense into me, because I realized how hurtful that must have. Can you imagine how hurtful that must have been?
Good morning, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie. At 13 years old, that's how old we were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tony, I think.
Yeah, 7th or 8th grade,
I
13.
think the thing is, like you say, you did something like that and you're ashamed of it, but it wasn't really you, was it? I think it's. I mean, it was a kid. It was you as a child, but it's not. That child is not the man that's sat there now. It's it's.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? It's not really. We evolve and we change who we are that many times throughout his life, but we can look back and be ashamed of things that we did, and it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. But it wasn't us. Be ashamed for the other person that. I don't know. I'm trying to word this. I'm not saying you shouldn't take responsibility for it.
No, and I do. But okay, guys.
To pause your conversation. Come here, Jason.
Good morning. Hi. Good morning.
Jason, Tony, our morning anchor here at Fox 11.
Morning, Tony.
So you remember, yes, this is our little camera right here.
Good morning.
And our microphone. Let me put that right here, you guys.
I have the same mic.
Do you? The blue?
I have the blue.
Nice.
I have a Snowball. It's a fantastic mic. I'm not sponsored.
We are. Thank you, Carl's Jr. Good morning. Luca has joined us. We've got Jason Isaacs coming in. He is about to go on the set of Good Day LA, so thought we'd grab him really quickly and have a quick conversation about Rosemary's baby, your new baby. A bunch of friends hanging out with us today. We've got Hector, who's in the Inland Empire.
Good morning, Jason.
I'm not sure where you are on the bus, actually. I think you're still on the bus, the LA bus.
Nice.
John is in Riverside. Nate is in Colorado. Nick is in Dallas, Texas. Trev is in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Whereabouts in Yorkshire?
Bradford.
Bradford. All right. Know it well.
Are you a northerner?
I'm from Liverpool, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I've spent plenty of time in Yorkshire.
Okay. And it's all coming back to me now, because I think I do remember mentioning the last time we talked that I didn't realize you were from England. Watching Brotherhood.
That's the plan.
You would have never known.
That's the plan. Actually, in Rosemary's Baby, I used an English accent for the first time on camera for a very long time.
I was going to ask you.
And it felt weird.
Yeah?
I'm so used to being an American. When someone says action, I just go into American.
To American accent.
Yeah. And so it was odd for me being English.
You lads can do American and back and forth so well. So anyway, we are talking about Rosemary's Baby. I think we chit-chatted with Zoe. Zoe Saldana.
It is Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Lovely Zoe Saldana, yeah.
Gorgeous.
She is cracking. I can't remember. We're on Google Plus. I'm allowed to swear, aren't I?
Yeah, of course.
She's fucking great in this thing. She is unbelievable. She really is. I don't know how
she said the same thing
about
you
No, that's
yesterday.
not true. I'm sure it's not true. But because I saw her for the first time last night or the night before, and she sustains this pitch of you know, it's very emotional for Zoe. Much less for me, my character. I'm the devil's disciple.
Yes.
I'm having a really good time. But she is out of her mind with kind of paranoia and fear, and you know, the witches are coming together, and the bodies are piling up, and
she's walking around with the.
I just don't know how
yeah.
she kept herself at that pitch of kind of hysteria and terror for 2 months.
She said she had a fabulous time, so that's a weird
She's lying.
girl. Yeah.
She's lying. Nobody has a fabulous time and produces a performance like that. I'm sure on some level it was very traumatic. I had a lot of baguettes and chocolate, and it was great. Yeah.
Just evil disciple. If you guys have a question for Jason, just get my attention, okay? And I will go to you. What else is going on in your life now?
Well, we wrapped that, and I'm
finished
about to go and shoot a show called Dig in Israel.
Dig,
which is about a big, like a Dan Brown Da Vinci Code thriller thing,
really?
which I thought was a fabulously well-written fantasy from the guys who wrote Heroes and Homeland. But it turns out that 95% of it is true. There's a lot of real nutcases in the world today.
Is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a miniseries for USA.
Okay.
And then I've got a couple of films coming out. I have a little bit in Fury with Brad Pitt and London Fields, the Martin Amis book.
Fury, wow.
And then there's a brilliant little film called Stockholm, Pennsylvania, about a man who keeps a girl in his basement for 19 years, and they're kind of in love with each other. Oh, yeah.
A man keeps a girl in his basement.
Well, actually, it's about the girl when she comes out as a young woman and goes back to her house and can't really settle back into a life with her mother at all because she wishes she was still in the basement because I'm such a great kidnapper.
Oh my God! I don't know how I feel about that one.
Can feel mixed. I'm hoping.
I don't.
It's pretty clear. I've got 2 daughters. I know how I feel. You know.
Okay. Yeah, Nick, go ahead.
Hey, of all the evil characters that you've played, I mean, that's kind of your niche. Which one do you most relate to on a personal level?
Oh my gosh.
Roman in Rosemary's Baby dresses like me because I normally wear black. I just wear black every day because I'm just too cowardly to make a decision about clothes. So I just wear the same thing every day, a black T-shirt or a black shirt.
You're like Einstein.
I wore a blue shirt today only because I thought they might show a clip from the show in which I'm wearing my own black shirt. So,
are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think none of them have anything in common with me because I am unquestionably at heart a terrible coward and a people pleaser. And for me, it's very cheap therapy playing these characters because they could not care in the slightest what anyone else thinks of them, which is something that we rarely get to experience. And I don't think many of them are quite as physically craven as I am.
Nate, go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, how much does this Rosemary's Baby follow the original? Does it stick pretty closely to it, or does it take a lot of liberty?
It follows it not at all. Actually, the truth is the original is a book, not a film. There was a massive best-selling book from Ira Levin, and the writers cherry-picked the best story elements from the book and the best story elements from the film, and then they set it in Paris. The older couple, myself and a fantastic actress called Carol Bouquet, are not much older. We're the epitome of glamour and chic money in the in-crowd in Paris, which is very different from the original. And then you've got Zoe Saldana, who is a very modern, independent, strong woman, and her husband is played by Patrick Adams, who's in Suits, who unlike John Cassavetes, I don't know what John Cassavetes was like in real life, but on screen he seemed very untrustworthy and slimy, and you disliked Guy from the first minute. This guy, you just can't help but like him. So he's done this awful thing to his wife, but somehow you feel him struggling with it. You feel for him. So but there's not one word the same, not one shot the same. It's not a remake of any.
I do want to see because I'm interested because I loved I hate to say I loved, but I did like Cassavetes, as you say.
Yeah, me too.
His performance.
Cassavetes, well, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like it. Trev, go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a little bit of a suck up, but it's you come across as a really nice guy. I remember last time you were in the hangout, you're a real nice bloke as well. And in interviews, you've always come across as real nice. Do you magnetize towards the nasty characters because of that? Do you think? Because it's like an opposite of what you are.
Well, the thing is, what I do for a living is, pretend to be other people, and I can only choose to play the best of what's on offer to me. So very often the most interesting parts are the most extreme parts. So the character in Dig is a hero. He's trying to literally save the world from this terrible thing that's likely to happen, and the character in Awake was a hero, and Case Histories was kind of anti-hero. And then often I get offered these incredibly lovely, juicy villains as well, and if they're good, or if I think I can do them well, I do them. So it really is, it's more, I get attracted to things that I think I won't make a total twat of myself
Now, have
doing.
you ever said no to a role that ended up becoming this very hated but very popular role.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I said no to a lot of things that turned out to be
Could you-
enormously successful.
Could
and
you share them or
no,
no?
you
No,
can't. It's
you
really bad
can't?
form. Because
Is
some
it
other
bad
actor did it, and
No,
to
but
be
it
out
would
there
be,
in the
it
world.
would be an honor. It would be an homage to
No,
them because
no
they did such a
actor
great...
wants it to be out there in the world. Even though
Oh, is that right?
some
I
of these
didn't know
things
that.
went on to be phenomenally successful. And of
Right.
course, if I had a time machine, I would go back and I would have accepted the part. But the things I read, I thought wouldn't be good. There's a thing I read when we were trying to have a baby, and it was so deeply unpleasant about the Holocaust, and I was playing the architect of the entire final solution, and I just felt I didn't want to go off and inhabit that world. We were having IVF, and the person that played it won a bunch of awards, so that was annoying. But no, mostly I like most actors and most of my friends, the career that I haven't had is infinitely more glamorous and successful than the career I have had, because we've all got in our cupboards a whole bunch of skeletons jangling.
Jangle. You seem like you have a good time. You have a great job.
I try and have a
You
good.
have
It's
a
not a
great
terrible
job.
job. I'm not down a mine. I'm not teaching a bunch of kids who are trying to stab me, and
Yeah.
it's not a real job. I was in France a few years ago on holiday, and a girl came up I was at college with, and I briefly forgot who she was. And she said, "How's it going?" I haven't seen. I don't watch telly. I'm really sorry, but is acting still working out? And I said, "Yeah, it's going fine, thanks. Yeah, man. How about you?" And she said, "Well, I'm desperately trying to get out of it. I just hate it. But there's only two people in the country that can do the transplant, so I'm stuck." And I
Oh
thought,
my
that's a real
gosh.
person doing a
Wow.
real job.
Yeah.
And here I am putting makeup on. So I appreciate
Wow.
every day of the week that
Isn't that
what I do is
fabulous?
fun. It's what my kids do. I play dress up and have a good time.
Now, so you started your career in England. I like to just ask you for your really quick advice or words of wisdom to those who are watching you who want to do what you do.
Well, first of all, I ended up doing it because I just did it and loved it and did a lot of it and
Because you
kept
were
on loving
studying
it.
something totally
I
different
was
in
studying
college, if I
law.
remember. Yeah, law.
But a
yeah.
lot of people, if people say, "Will you speak to my daughter? Will you speak to my son?" They think they'd like to be an actor because they see this maybe, or they see red carpets or magazines. But this
Red
isn't.
carpets,
But this isn't what we do. It's like David Beckham may be advertising Brill cream everywhere and Jaguars everywhere, but in the end, or at the beginning, he was a footballer because he liked to stand in the garden and kick the ball up in the air 1,000 times. So first of all, find out that you love doing it. And then the only advice I definitely would have is that when I started out, if you wanted to be anything other than an actor, if you wanted to be a hyphenate, if you wanted to make a short film or whatever it was, you had to have very rich parents or incredibly good contacts and beg, steal, or borrow things. And now you can write, direct, edit, post-produce,
On your-
score, and broadcast on your phone.
Yes.
So there's
on
no
your own.
excuse not to do everything now with your mates and be storytellers, work in every aspect of storytelling.
That being said, are you,
No, I'm
behind the
trying to
camera
direct, and
doing
I've
that?
produced a few things that I've been in, and and I write, and but it's harder for me now because I have this expensive life, and I have to pay for it. And the fewer responsibilities you have, the more risk you can take, the more you can hang out with your friends and make a short film at the weekend that costs you less than 50 cents, and you can post it. And practice.
Makes sense.
And by the way, the first 100 will probably be crap, and then you'll gradually develop some skills, but it's free.
See, that's good advice. It's like you're crap at first, and then you get better and better. You got to remember that.
It's so much sexier when you swear.
Crap. Let's take a quick photo. Okay, get ready.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Cheese. I've got to let him go, you guys. Oh, I need
no,
you to
right.
sign my.
Oh.
Has she gone?
I think she accidentally hit the X.
Yeah, I believe so.
I've never seen it happen that
There we go,
quick.
she's back.
She's back.
Well, that was interesting.
I just said thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
He's a good chap. Good lad.
The photo's still there.
He's a proper nice guy, isn't he?
He's a proper nice guy. Quite.
And
nice.
I'll tell you what, I presume he lives over there. And I like that he hasn't changed his English-isms to be American. Like he says football for football.
Your photo, you're looking on the bottom right on the photo.
I wonder if his wife is American or if his wife is English. I bet, because that has a lot to do with it, I think.
Never
I
look.
think it might be English.
Let's have
Yeah.
a look-see.
A look-see. I tried to join the hangout from the set, and I couldn't. So mad. So if you guys are watching on air, YouTubers, and if you're waiting for RIXTON, I'm sorry that they're in there, they're practicing, and I would like for them to come out here now if they could.
Do you need the link, Maria, from your other page?
No, it's not that. It's a technical problem on my computer on that end. I want to say hi to Chris.
I guess they're borrowing your computer.
Does he like playing a bad guy more or a good guy?
Okay.
I think someone asked that question. Seemed like he was just attracted to the roles. Didn't matter. Why did Good Day LA change the seating? That's a good question, Royce. We just like to change things up.
I mean, Lisa and Marilla are not that bad sitting on the set, and Steve on the other side. It still looks good.
Yeah, it's fine. Charles says maybe because it's more rural up north, maybe than the urban south. Trev?
Yeah, I just saw that actually, Charles. Hector just pointed out. I don't normally have the Q&A app up, so I wasn't ignoring you. I wanted to know. But I don't know. I mean, I didn't finish that. I mean, I used to work down south as well, and they're not all rude. It's not fair to say.
Okay. I see where that was coming from.
Yeah.
How the Southerners are more welcoming.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's kind of a reputation.
That's the reputation in the UK, like the
Northerners are sort of reputed to be more friendly but less educated, and that kind of thing. And Southerners are the more educated, less friendly, that kind of. But it's not true. It really isn't. It's I used to work down there, and they're some really nice people. I think it's more London that gives that reputation.
I think it's because there's me personally. I think it's all population. There's so much more in the big city, which is down south, right? I would imagine.
The population gets denser the further down you go. Yeah,
right.
But well.
Right. So, but I think it's a function of density. The more dense the country gets, the less interaction with each other. Thus, indication that you're not as warm because you're just kind of, in your own life, your own thing.
I think so. Yeah.
So I think that's where that comes from. But not necessarily, because when you meet everyone's just as nice.
Hey, Joe.
Joe. Hi, Joe Hogan.
Morning. Aloha.
Aloha. All the guys are with me. Jesus. Now, Jesus, do people say Jesus to you? Like, hello, Jesus?
No, actually, they still ask, how do you pronounce it?
Are you in LA as well?
Yeah, he's in LA.
All right.
Yes.
How long is your commute, Jesus? You've been on the bus?
It's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
What?
And especially with the traffic due to the President Obama visitation in the LA area.
Where are you where did you come from and where are you going?
By Florence and San Pedro, and I'm going to 3rd Street Promenade on Santa Monica.
Oh. Yeah, I could see that could be a long commute.
Yeah, and I'm on the second bus. I still got one more.
Yeah, you have to transfer a couple of times.
3 buses? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, hey, it's okay. At least you can multitask. You can read, you can hang out with us, you can do all kinds of things.
And as long as the passengers will ask you, what are you watching or who are you talking to?
Well, actually, this is like the only time I can hang out because usually I'm always working. So when I take the bus, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do the hangout.
That's great.
Nice.
Where do you work, Jesus? Can you say? Or no, you don't have to say. You don't have to say if you don't want to.
Oh, it's fine. I actually work for Chipotle. I'm working in one of their new concept restaurants called Shop House.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Southeast Asian. So, it's good.
I had a burrito from Chipotle.
There's a concept restaurant. Chipotle has a concept restaurant?
Yes. Right now they have 3 here in LA and 3 in DC. They're opening another one in DC, I think, by Somerset.
Wow, you should tell them to get a hold of Marivette because she does our roundups.
Hi, Haley. Good morning.
Oh my gosh, look what Haley just brought me, the most wonderful person in the
Oh
world.
my God.
Yeah, that was just outside earlier with Marivette.
Is that all for Maria?
XO from people outside.
That
Oh
look,
my God, may I have one?
Yeah, that's why I brought it.
Holy crap!
Tony.
She just brought him over to rub under your face, Maria.
no.
Oh my God, look at this brownie. Seriously?
Thanks, Haley, for bringing the breakfast.
Okay, this is It's too much. I have to look at what I
I
got.
know. But they have like little pieces of the brownie that you can try.
Oh, is that this
Yeah,
one?
that's a brownie.
This is the one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's just got, okay, this is perfect for me.
Well, what?
Oh my lord. That looks,
Yeah,
seriously? Mmm.
Looks like one of those was cream filled.
Thanks, Haley.
Okay, Haley, this is for, oh, she's gonna leave it. Oh my god, okay. Okay, bye. She's like, no, I'm not.
Bye, Haley.
Wow, okay, I'm not gonna put it all in my mouth like you did, Tony.
Any plans this weekend for Mother's Day, Maria, for yourself and the family?
I'm gonna plan absolutely nothing, because it's not my job to plan anything.
That's right.
Your husband, yeah. And my godmother invited me to the park in Utah this Sunday.
I'm actually just, my wish, actually, to be honest, is just
Why don't you have a big brother?
to relax.
Because I don't have any kids. So.
Aw, poor
Oh,
Tony. Tony, there's Father's Day. Why
I'm not
can't?
a kid. I mean, I don't have any kids.
No, but you have a lot of like mentees.
Good morning,
Hey!
Roxy.
Just
Roxy, is that it?
go.
That was a Roxy trip, yes. That was
Is
a
that
Roxy.
it? Is that all we get?
You got excited.
Hey,
We missed you, Roxia.
I'm sorry. I have to go. They just like
Go away.
Have fun.
That looks
Yeah,
like a cassette
we got to
Walkman.
see Roxy again after 8 long weeks.
Was that a Roxia?
Yes,
Yes,
that
it was a Roxia.
I can't believe I missed her. I was something else. So,
How dare you? Yeah, Jesus. No.
I should have just heard your mother around.
Anybody see a Roxy from yesterday? She looks very pretty yesterday in the pink.
Where are they?
yes.
No, we didn't get to see that because we're.
It's on her Twitter.
Hey, Zeus, how long is that bus ride, man? You've been on there like an hour.
Yeah, he just answered that actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
3 hours. He takes 3 buses, right, Jesus?
Yes. Well, I just got distracted because I saw my bus take a detour, and I'm like, whoa, where's it going?
You can take a Roxy for walking by.
Yeah. No, but yeah. I mean, on a good day, I take about 2 hours. If there's some traffic, it's 2.5 hours.
Just stand. I'll just have them stand, okay?
Did
Yeah.
anyone get a picture of Jason Isaacs that doesn't have Maria motion blurred in it?
What?
Check out the photo of Maria on your capture smile because it looks like you're looking on the bottom of the calendar.
What?
Check out the photo.
I can't do it right now because I will mess up everything that I have.
The one picture that we have of Jason Isaacs that I can see, you're motion blurred in.
I'm motion boarding. I don't understand.
No smile.
Blurred. You're motion blurred. You have a blur on you.
Blur. Oh well, I'm sure that I'm sure I have a copy. I'll have to go back and get it. Listen, if you're watching on YouTube and you're waiting for RIXTON, they're going to perform momentarily on the set of Good Day LA, and then they're going to come very quickly here. So if you have a question, please put it in the comments box so I can get the question to them. Apologize for not getting the other.
By the way, I tried. It wouldn't let me send my blog to you.
It wouldn't? Why?
They rejected it.
Maria.Quiban at Fox 11. Oh, it's Fox TV. Well, you put the wrong. Isn't it foxtv.com?
Then why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, Tony. It should automatically pop up. This goes to show how much email you send me. Not enough.
It was marked as undeliverable.
Because it's the wrong address, probably. So it's foxtv.com.
And again, you never answered. Why don't they have a Big Brother's Day?
Tony is feeling very sensitive, extra sensitive today. There's a Mother's Day, there's a Father's Day, but there is no Tony Day.
They should make a day called Big Brother's Day too, because I consider Tony like my big brother and his little brother.
Well, May 8th can be Tony Day. Go get those flowers from earlier and give them back to him.
No, this is not. No. I'm not going to let Maria put that on me. That is not what I was complaining about. What I said is there's a Mother's Day, there's a Father's Day. I am not a parent, so why can't they have a Big Brother's Day since I've mentored a lot of kids that are now adults when they're in a position to be able to do something for me, like take me out to dinner.
Is there not Big Brother's Day?
No.
Well, then why
They should
don't
actually make one.
let's begin the campaign to create a Big Brother Big Brother's Day, Big Sister's Day.
I have a lot of big brothers, so I think we should have like at least 8 or 9 of those days.
So you
Yeah,
have
brothers too.
ulterior self-serving motives.
Oh yeah,
for-
of course I do.
You want 8 dinners and 8 different. Oh my
I have a lot
God.
of little brothers that
Yes,
I
I know.
mentored over the years. So
I know. They should step up.
they should step up.
And I'm happy to be one of them.
Yeah, Tony. Let's make a Big Brother Day. That's a good idea, actually.
No, I'm
There
kidding.
are other.
I'm kidding. I really
No, but there should be a Big
No,
Brother.
Tony,
There are a
don't.
lot of people who don't have children, and we should
I know,
celebrate.
Yeah, but I'm it's tongue in cheek, Maria. I don't.
No, I'm being serious.
Oh no, not another Tony versus Maria Rumble like yesterday.
Joe.
I know. I haven't seen Joe in forever.
Where have you been?
I know, working.
Joe, did you have a Joe? Keep it on Joe for a bit. Have you had a procedure?
What?
Yeah, right.
That's just Hawaii living, man. That's island living right there. See how
Now Tony is bullying Joe.
Joe, that's just my way of saying you look younger and younger every time I see you.
Joe, I thought of you the other day, and here's why. I saw someone cleverly post different open houses, and then they had like a video, and they posted it on Google. Did you do that, or did someone else?
I do open house. I do that on my Google Plus sometimes.
You do, right?
Or whenever I'm at an open house, I'll just do a little video of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like it's a slice of Hawaii, but yet you're selling real estate at the same time.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to keep doing it. I think it's
I
fabulous.
sold a $800,000 house from. Well, it was from my Facebook, but I also posted on Google. And
Awesome.
this lady showed up, and it closes next in 2 weeks.
Look at that, social media, right? Isn't that awesome?
And you get paid a percentage fee, do you?
I get
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah.
But it's a percentage. It's not a set fee. You get.
He's a realtor. It's 3%, isn't it?
I get 3%.
Christ. Well done, mate. I like that.
Yeah, for just
Then I can get a procedure. I'll get my chin done
then you
and
can get
eyes lifted.
yes. And you
No,
can
you
get,
look.
Not required.
Island life is agreeing with you, Joe. You look really young. You look really like refreshed, and
Tony, would you retire in Hawaii?
if I could,
You can.
not so
You
much.
just gotta want it.
No, it's
I would.
very expensive to live in Hawaii.
It is the most expensive city in the country, I believe.
And the problem with that for me is that, see, I don't cook or anything like that, so it would just be, I mean, I could do it, but it would just be like, why, I could go somewhere where I could live a lot more cheaply.
I think it almost rivals living in New York. Living in Honolulu, like cost-wise.
But,
it's
I
like
mean,
living in
weather-wise,
Manhattan.
it would be much more conducive. I mean, but
Candy.
California is expensive, which is why I'm not going to retire here either.
You
Yeah,
know,
but you live on the outskirts and it's okay. Yeah?
before we moved to Colorado, we were in Humboldt County, and we were on the verge of moving to Hilo, Hawaii.
Oh!
And because I don't like boats and airplanes, we came to the mountains.
Good. Yeah, you don't go to Hawaii if you get scared of boats and flying, because that's what you got to do. You got to go outside.
Yeah, well, you're landlocked.
You're landlocked.
You know,
How
let's
do you
not use
not
words
like
like
boats?
scared. Let's use words like prefer not to.
Yeah.
Fall out of the sky and die and be eaten by sharks.
Prefer not to.
Yeah, scared.
But not scared.
No, I heard scared. I heard.
Tony's not. He's afraid of a lot of things. He's afraid of sharks. Tony does not like to go in the ocean. He's afraid of sharks.
This expression when Maria said that he's afraid of sharks, he just looked like, huh?
Yeah, he's afraid of sharks. He's afraid.
I'm more afraid of the land sharks.
Tony's also afraid of jumping out of planes. He doesn't like that.
Well, I see no reason to jump out of a perfectly good plane.
The thing is, I think, Maria, what you're doing here, you're giving completely rational fears. A fear of sharks and a fear of falling 20,000 feet are completely rational fears. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Thank you, Trev. Thank you very much.
Exactly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with saying you fear those things.
I don't do uncontrolled bodies of water. I just don't. I mean, beyond bathtubs, occasionally a swimming pool, but beyond bathtubs and showers, occasionally a swimming pool here and there.
Hi.
This is Robin. Robin is powdering Tony's face
It takes a lot of power
because
and powder.
we have a lot of lighting on set.
Is that the industrial
and
size?
we thank her
oh,
for it.
Sorry.
And we thank her for
I
it.
was waiting
Boy.
for the birds to come and make the comments. But Tony does get hair and makeup time. And, okay, who's that? Who's that running away?
Roxia.
Yeah.
There goes Roxia.
Who's trying to avoid the hangout?
Thank you, Robin.
Look at that.
Thank you. You too. So
There she goes.
Here's the thing.
Why doesn't Araxia like us anymore?
Here's the thing. Araxia is Araxia. You can't really explain her.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't do uncontrolled bodies of waters. I don't do
Plain
water. I don't
bungees.
do
You don't do
I don't
bungees
do
and-
rivers, lakes, streams,
Do you
oceans,
do snow?
bayous.
Do
No.
you do snow?
No. Well, I did enough snow in Chicago. I don't. No.
Well, I mean, like recreational snow. Can
No.
I just do this, Tony? Because I feel like there's a little extra. Okay, thank you.
No, I don't.
You
No.
don't do what, Tony? You're not water sports?
He doesn't
No.
really ski, like water ski, snow
No.
ski,
Oh, no.
or rollerblade.
No.
Oh, my gosh, you and I grew up in the same house.
Do you bike?
No.
Well, you're both from Chicago. You don't bicycle?
No.
Well, no, I'm not.
Just look out.
He just does weights. See my theory about Tony sitting at home and doing shopping online?
Tony,
That's all he
you
does.
and I are related.
I do shopping online too. I also do my shopping online on eBay and Amazon.
Yeah, he does. He has a Prime account. He's a Prime member. That means he does a lot of shopping.
That's
There's Rixton. This was planned poorly, you guys. I'm so sorry for those who are watching on YouTube, because they're going to perform now, and apparently they want to come talk to us, but
You're not gonna have much time.
we're not going to have much time. So I'm warning you now. But yeah, you could say hello. You know what I'm saying? But there they are. As I point to a hangout full of men, but I know there are a lot of people watching online too. So don't you?
All right, I have to go and read my script now.
You're leaving me?
I have to go and do script approval for the 10 a.m. show.
All right, managing editor.
Best of luck for the 10 a.m. show for the three of you.
I have to read over my script. You wouldn't want me stumbling and bubbling all over myself, would you now?
When do you ever do that, Tony? When? Even when you haven't read one lick, you never ever do that.
He never has.
Well,
Tony's
by the way, how did that go, Maria? Since you didn't read yours earlier, did you get through that all right?
I guess so. I'm still here.
Well, the thing is, this isn't rocket science.
No, it's just like what Jason said. He's walking down the street, and this woman comes up to him and says, "I'm trying to get out of it," and she does open heart surgery.
Can you just turn the camera over here, just a little bit
They
over
can
there?
see Eloy.
There is proof positive right there that this is not rocket science, right there.
Now, Tony, you're picking on Eloy.
Eloy produces our Good Day LA from 7 to 9, right?
And let me tell you, and yet he has time to come over here and insult me. What does that tell you?
He makes
Bowling.
I have priorities.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Eloy.
You missed it, didn't you?
Eloy, he missed you while you were on vacation.
I didn't know what to do with myself. It's funny, Eloy's, the absence of Eloy's insults actually gave me a complex.
No one's picking. See, that's interesting because it's like bullying.
I get bullied here all the time, but it doesn't affect me. It's not interesting.
It's a different kind of bullying.
It's a different because it's
still.
playful.
But remember when I took that little test?
Yeah.
Like I kind of backed off a little bit on some of my teasing.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know. Like I say, it's just jest. Jest isn't bullying, is it? I mean,
No, I don't think so.
No,
Unless the person takes it to heart and for some reason you're oblivious to it.
Yeah.
You're not aware of it.
Yeah, just.
But then, if you're not aware of it, it's still not bullying.
Because we tease one another all the time. I mean,
Exactly,
we're
yes.
teasing all the time, and I never take offense.
No.
It's just what we do. I mean, it's what you would call we tease because we love, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a line.
But it's like we're family.
Yeah.
In other words,
It's considered tough love.
Huh?
It's not even that. Not even that. I think it's. No, tough love. Is that what you said? Tough love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just. I mean, it's just having a joke. I mean, I think bullying is when you with malicious intent. That's bullying.
No, I was talking like where Tony said, it's just, friendly teasing. It's tough love. No, you're showing you care about.
It's slightly different. Tough love is like you're imposing something because you're imposing something that
Some
is
kind of
harsh.
punishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punishment. Whereas this is just seriously just teasing. And the intent. You're right. It always boils down to motive.
Yeah, it's
What are your
always about
motivations?
motive. If you're really trying to hurt someone, which that to me that's thoroughly unacceptable.
Right, and that's never the
like
intent.
I teased Joe. Just a perfect example is I teased him about having a procedure, when in fact it was just my sort of familial backhand way of giving him a compliment.
Well, let's ask Joe. Joe, how does that make you feel?
You're muted. Say that one more
So
time.
distressed I forgot to unmute.
I said it makes me feel so good that I have to leave because I have to go to work.
Oh, bye, Joe.
Joe.
That's early for
Darn
Hawaii.
money.
Oh,
It's not even 7 o'clock in Hawaii.
no. I'm the early bird catches the worm.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
that's
You're
true.
absolutely right.
All right,
okay,
Joe, good
tell,
seeing you.
Tell everyone I said
Yeah.
aloha.
Yeah, take care, guys.
All right, see you later.
Okay.
I tease Trev. I always tell people. I even tell people when they come into the hangout that I'm going to interpret for Trev.
Well, there's that, and that I live in a cave.
You're actually doing me a favor.
And nobody's going to take offense. I tease Nate. I call him Nathaniel.
We tease Hector all the time.
We tease Hector.
Hey, Suze, you're next.
That's his better game, anyway. I mean, look at it.
But it's quite different, But someone who did not know you, or I felt that they were attacking anyone in our hangout in any way or another, I would not allow that.
You'd be the first one.
Yeah, I would not. I just wouldn't allow it. I mean, you don't come in my house and attack my family.
And John, you need to just be quiet, John. You talk way too much. John, I mean, I can't stand it. I have to put my foot down.
She has to put her pumps down.
All right, Tony.
All right, see you guys.
You guys, Rixton has stepped off the set, so they're gonna come by here and just say hello. Basically, I'm just gonna have them say hi and
A photo and calendar. A photo and a calendar if you can.
Yeah. I'll just have them tell us where they're going because I think they're going on a U.S. tour, and then that's it. I think we have to go. So if you are watching on YouTube and you're getting ready for Rixton, please put your questions now. Otherwise, I will not get to them. This is the hard part: is the fans will be watching this on a delay, and I hate disappointing you, and I apologize, but this is how it is sometimes. Sometimes all the stars align and we get everyone at the perfect time and we get lots of time, and then other times we don't. So please come back if you're just watching for the first time. Please come back because we do have so many celebrities that come.
Maria.
Yeah.
I want to show you something. Let me see if it pops up.
Oh, that's me, Lisa, and Rick
Rick
on
Dick-
the bus.
Oh, speaking of Rick Dickard, he flew by Riverside this morning.
That's hilarious, Jesus. We're on the bus.
Yeah, I'm not on that bus.
You're not on that bus.
No, he is. He's actually on the other side behind the pillar.
Tony, you are. You're on the other side.
Oh no, it's Steve.
No. It's Steve. Steve.
Maria.
They look similar.
Maria.
They totally dissed Tony on this one.
And Aroxia.
And Aroxia is not on that bus either. But you guys get promos all the time.
Here, look, I'll show you the other side.
That's hilarious. There's Marla and Maria and yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
And Steve.
Marla, there she is. Are they coming out this way? Damn it! God, I get so mad. I do get frustrated because I push out the thing and Tony, you know me. I get really upset when it doesn't work.
You need to
out.
get a punching bag, Maria. When someone doesn't.
Punching bag to take the aggression out, Maria, and it will control your ink.
Just get you a wireless cam and you can take the hangout to them.
Or a squeezy ball. Get one of those squeezy balls.
What did Miss Marla say?
Marla goes, I've seen you get mad, and it's scary actually. Matt, my computer in there needs a plug-in. It's not working.
Again?
Yes.
The laptop?
No, my computer by the weather,
By the weather wall.
the one on the top. It needs a Google plug-in, some type of talk voice plug-in.
Okay, want to go there and log in?
It is. It's logged in right
Okay,
now.
Can I go there now?
Yeah, it's the one that says iNews.
Does it say what plugin?
I
I believe it says missing plugin. You have to go to the more info to download the app.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, what all you need to do to download the
Google Plus. Google Plus.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here, they're gonna come. Am I scary when I get mad?
I've never
Scared me a little bit.
I don't think about it.
Really?
I've never seen you mad.
I've never been mad
Yeah.
at Marla or anyone. Because I've seen you mad because it's scary.
See, you need like a little beanbag animal or something like that to squeeze and you get upset.
Oh, Marla! How could they be walking out? Thank you, my dear.
And
here's Marla.
Rixton is on their way.
Hi, Marla.
They literally have 1
Hello,
minute with
Marla.
us. They have 1 minute.
Well, you know,
Tayez.
they were going up the stairs to leave.
Well, now why would they do that? Okay, here they come.
They're not gonna. What?
Why would you let them leave? I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Heather.
Maria's got 6 minutes.
Hi.
This is just what I get for tweeting it out. Damn it.
Remember what I
Every
used to say, Never tweet. Never tweet.
I know, because if I tweet about it, they're not gonna show up.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
There's one. Never mind. Looks like
Okay,
you.
so this is our Google Plus Hangout. It goes to our YouTube channel. I know that you guys have a huge fan base on YouTube, okay? And I've told everybody to come and join us here, but these are the guys. These are my friends that I hang out with all the time. There's a bunch of them. A couple. Trev is from the UK as well. He's from Bradford, up in Yorkshire. Nick is in Dallas. Nate is in Colorado. John is here. Jesus is here in Los Angeles. So is Hector in Riverside. And some YouTubers are watching. So really quickly, if you're just tuning in, I told you I would get them, but Rixton is here. We've got Jake, Danny, Charlie, and Louis. Louis, there you are. You're the first one I met. No worries. So tell me a little bit, because you are going to be on tour, yes, across the U.S. Right. Where are you going to be? Where can we see you?
We're at the Roxy in LA. Yeah, the Roxy. The accent, I'm sorry.
No, I love it. I could sit here and listen to you. Yes.
Then we've got the New York, Webster Hall, Chicago is the bottom lounge. Chicago.
Yeah, we're going everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere.
This is not your first time to the U.S., obviously.
No.
We did the album over.
You did?
Yeah, in August. In New York.
And a huge promo tour.
Yeah.
And what song did you sing inside? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Me and My Broken Heart.
You did sing that one.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wish I was in there to hear it. Okay, you guys. Well, I really appreciate you coming to say hello. I need a new one. Do you want me to open it?
No, it's fine. I was just, being in America, it's like everyone's clean.
Does everyone do that in
the UK? No, we
no
love
one does
germs.
that.
We embrace
germs. That's why we're all healthy. Our immune systems are built.
What's the biggest difference between being in the UK and then being here for you?
LA specifically, the weather.
The weather. Don't you love it?
The accent. Yeah, the weather. Yeah.
The accent, come on. We are enamored with your accent, but you're not enamored with ours.
Yeah, we are.
I love the American accent.
You do?
Yeah.
That's not what Trev says.
Well, it's not that. It's just
I'm joking, Trev. Trev loves the American women or the Latina persuasion. Are you guys all single?
3 out of 4 of us are.
3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Have a guess.
Have a guess who is not single? I would say you're not single.
No, I am single.
Oh, you are single.
Oh.
You're not single. You're my first choice effort. Okay, excellent. That's okay. That's fine. We can look.
We can look.
We can look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
look
fine.
really hard. Let's look really hard.
Sure, that's okay. How long are you in the US for?
Look the hell out of it.
We're here till June.
Till June.
First.
Excellent. So we have some time. Will you please come back to the hangout next time you're here?
Oh, anytime.
Absolutely.
We're not leaving.
I'd love it if you could sing on this side too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool.
These are your fans on YouTube.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay, you guys. Let's take a quick photo. I know. I mean, on YouTube. Let's take a quick photo with Rixton really quickly. Let me take my camera app out.
This is cool.
Okay, ready? There's a bit of a delay. I warn you.
And the camera's up here.
1, 2, 3. Cheese. Oh wait, no, let's do it again. I look terrible. Okay, right.
I look like
Yay!
Scream. I look like Scream.
You're
And
so
calendar,
funny.
Maria.
Okay, now I want you to
Tell us
you-
about you.
I want, funny. Wait, can you please sign my calendar? Cute little
Absolutely.
kitties.
Love a little
Okay,
bit.
right.
Yeah, but I'll
Anywhere, maybe up here. Do it up
That's
here. You
what I
have
was
a
gonna say,
special
but then I
place
bought
up
it.
here.
Up there. I'm gonna put it on the desk because I hate.
Who plays the drums?
Mate.
Sing,
Lead singer, yeah.
bass,
And piano, yeah. And guitar.
guitar. Yeah. Okay, did everyone sign it? Who else? Who else needs it?
Your beautiful handwriting.
I should what? Who should have? Who should have?
What's the weather like at home?
In England?
It's
Crappy.
it's been pissing it down today, but it's actually been quite sunny. It depends how long you've been away, but it's raining today, but it's been reasonably nice for the past week or so.
Are you northerners or are you southerners?
I'm from Bolton, just out there.
You're northerners. We just heard that they're a little bit nicer in the north.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're lovely. Yeah, I don't think they are.
Well, we're reputed to be, but whether it's true or not, yeah.
I like the northerners. I'm into Game of Thrones. I like the northerners.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Thank you. Ah, very cute. Lovely. Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Cheers, guys.
Have a great tour, and we'll see you next time. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you later.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day, guys. Thank you, Maria, for this morning's hangout.
Thank you. Okay, thanks YouTubers. Thanks for watching and being patient. They said they will come back. Hopefully they will. They're going to be here until, I think, mid-June, they said. So they might be back. You never know. Anyway, YouTubers, I got to run.
Okay. Bye, Maria.
Bye. Don't forget, we hang
Bye,
out every
YouTube.
day. We'll have tons and tons more of your favorite celebrities. Okay.